Good morning. Today we will talk about the organic food with the engineer Alejandro Sierra. He is Master in Science in Horticulture in University of Florida, United States, and Engineer Zamorano. His research work has focused on the evaluation of plants shelter for natural enemies, using cover crops for rotation with crops in high economic value. Alternative pests and diseases in organic production system, ovulation of organic fertilizers, alternative substrates for hydroponic production, and fertilizing programs for hydroponic vegetables. Good morning, engineer.
Good morning.
Okay, the first question is, what is the organic food?
Organic food is any kind of product that it's been grown or produced according to certain standards. We usually focus on the production, like trying to imitate natural occurring processes, increasing the biodiversity and increasing soil fertility. So anything that we produce according to certain standards that are mainly focused on those things, it's considered an organic product, as long as it's certified. You have to be certified to be considered organic.
Okay, the next question is, where was born the new trend of consuming organic food products?
It's not. I don't consider it as a trend. First of all, and it actually started a long time ago, mostly in European countries that were trying to have like a different option for what they consider a healthier product. But most of all is trying to produce something with less amount of inputs, because we consider that if it's grown with pesticides, it's not as healthier as a product that doesn't use pesticides. So I don't consider it a trend. Well, I've been working in organic agriculture for quite a while, and since I started working, people said that it was a trend, but they always say it's a trend, but I don't consider it as a trend. And in the past years, what I've realized is that, like doctors, they tell people that are sick, especially with cancer, to eat organic products because they're supposed to be healthier than the non-organic. But I can see the next question.
So you believe that consuming organic products is healthier in comparison with other products?
It depends. It depends on how the organic product was grown and how the other product was grown. Because you never know what they apply to the product. So sometimes when they analyze the conventional products, there's a lot of pesticide residue in the product. And probably in organic products, you're not going to find that kind of residues. But you don't know. It depends on who produces the product.
Okay, the organic products have better nutritional composition on difference of common foods.
That's another tricky question. People say that organic products are healthier than non-conventional products, and they're more nutritious. But according to research, there's not a lot of difference, or there's no difference between the conventional and the organic. Like if you fertilize an organic product and a conventional product, the plant doesn't know if the fertilizer comes from an organic source or conventional, just like a synthetic fertilizer. So it's considered healthier because you don't use pesticides.
So we can say that there are different. The principal objective of the organic products are the produce healthier foods or this safe environment.
Yeah, well, it's a combination. We try to utilize or reutilize most of the byproducts that we have in agricultural production. Like most of here in Latin American countries where we don't have a lot of organic fertilizers or any other kind of sources like fertilizers or pesticides that we can use, we mainly use what we have available. So we try to compost every organic material that we have available so we can reuse it in our own farm. And we, as I said in the first question, we try to have a diversity of crops. And in case of the pests, we don't use as much pesticide, and we don't use the same pesticides as in conventional production. So we have a lot of diversity. We have natural enemies that help control pests. So it's like trying to keep an equilibrium between in the whole farm.
Why are organic products sold at a higher price in comparison to other products?
Well, it's hard to produce organic because if you're producing conventional, if you need like certain amount of fertilizer, you just go and get it, and you are sure or certain that if you apply that amount, you're going to get that amount of nutrients from that fertilizer. In the case of organic, you have to produce the organic fertilizer. You have to rely on the biological activity to have that nutrients released from the organic amendments. There's a lot of labor, hand labor, because you cannot use herbicide. You have to do all by hand. It's like more preparation, so it's more expensive because you actually, even though you consider that it has less input, you need a lot of hand labor too.
Okay, do you believe that organic products are in great demand in Honduras?
No, they're not in great demand, but I can tell you that the demand is better today than it was 10 years ago. Most of the organic production from Honduras, it's coffee, and mainly it's for export. So by, I think since 2012, no, I don't remember, probably 2-3 years ago, I'm not sure. There's an organic supermarket where we sell our products, so that's a gain in the past years. There was not available in the years before, so it's not a great demand, but it's increasing.
Okay. So do you think that just grow organic can feed the entire population?
That's a tricky question. We can use the organic principles to improve our actual production systems. If we can grow organic, maybe if we don't have fertilizers, like there's entire countries that, like when Cuba, most of their production is organic. Okay. Not because they want to, but because they had a lot of trouble importing fertilizers and pesticides. But you can grow organic. So it depends on the mentality, and it's going to be hard, but probably can do it.
Okay. That's it. Thank you for your time, Engineer.
Yeah, you're welcome.